bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, ba, bum. When the moon is in the seventh house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, then peace will guide the planet and love will steer the stars. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius. Hey, Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, you know what I gotta say? It's Monday, and you know Mondays are always challenging. I think for everybody, including psychics. And you know, I find the best way to face a Monday is with some joy. Just start singing. I'm telling you, forget astrology today. Just sing a song. You'll get through. Well, we don't want to really forget astrology because it is important, but I think a song goes a long way on a Monday. Anyways, I was sitting here singing the song of Aquarius. I've been looking at my cool little pendant. You know, I collect jewelry, all sort of mystic jewelry. And this is a pendant of mine. It's from the late 60s, early 70s. And it's an Aquarius pendant. It's done in sterling silver. I don't know if you guys can see it here. It's kind of hard. We got some glare. But it's done in silver, and there's a little Aquarius man you can see, and he's pouring water. Right to the left of him, there's a glyph, or to the right of him. It says, the water glyph, and it says Aquarius. Anyways, I hope you guys can see that. It's hard to see here. But you know what's really cool is the background of this pendant. It's like, you know, back in the old days, they made jewelry better. It looks like engraved rays coming off the guy, and it creates kind of a glowing background. You can't really see it here, but it's finely textured with rays. But anyways, I just love it. So I've been wearing this pendant. I've been singing my song today. I'm just getting in my Aquarian spirit. You know we Aquarians are a little zany. It's that Uranian influence. Well, I'm so glad you guys are here. And I got to say thank you. Thank you to all of you who came out to last night's video. We had such a wonderful time. We actually did a live show, live broadcast for the witching hour. And hundreds of people turned. It was a big group last night. So if you didn't see that, definitely check it out. It's in the queue right before this one. I want to say thank you to all y'all who came out. Some of you asked in the chat last night. I didn't get to it because we had so many questions about books. Yes, I do still have books available. These are books that I've written. They're available over at my website at robert-hickman.com. I'll put the link in the info box below. But you can pop over there, get Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom. This is about my work as a Wiccan. We've got over there also Messages from Rose about my work as a trance channel medium. Definitely a good read. And Ouija Mysteries, my very first book. So you guys might want to pop over there, check out my website, and pick these up, okay? And there are other books too. These are just the ones I have here in front of me. But yes, go to my website. At the top it says books. You click on that and that puts you in my bookstore and you can purchase books, okay? Thank you for your support. It means an awful lot. Speaking of books, you know, today's Zodiac Monday. And we're going to have horoscopes here in a minute. But I also want to tell you guys I'm working on a new book that's going to be out this summer. It's called, well, I haven't got a title yet. The working title is Psychic Bob's Sun Signs. So it's going to be about astrology and my take on the sun signs of the Zodiac. So you definitely want to keep watching. We'll let you know more about that. But yeah, we got a new book be coming out for you guys. So you got some more reading to do, okay? Anyways, well, here we are. It's Monday. And you know, we got to spin around that big Zodiac wheel. Yes, we do. And for those of you who are new here, by the way, welcome to the newbies. This is something we do every Monday, and we do horoscopes. And in fact, let me just, so I don't forget, today's video covers the time period of Monday, March 19th, 2018 through Sunday, March 25th, 2018. So everything in this video covers that time period, okay? And we're going to take a look, a psychic snapshot overview of the week, what the major transits are, and then I'll give individual horoscopes for each zodiac sign. And if you don't know your zodiac sign, I'll give you the birth date ranges also, so you'll find out what sign you are. So let's jump into our wheel. We got an exciting week. This is an interesting week. We have a few challenges this week, but also we have a lot of blessings too. So, you know, we're starting today with our sun Big thing is our sun is in Pisces, okay? And we're going to be in Pisces until Wednesday, the 21st, where we're going to move over into the sign of Capricorn, okay? And we'll talk more about that in a minute. But happy birthday to our Pisces and to our Aries that are coming. Did I say Capricorn? I meant Aries. We're going from Pisces to Aries. Sometimes I get Aries and Capricorn mixed up. I think I said that Capricorn. If I did, I don't know. I'm losing it today. But that's all right. We're going from Pisces to Aries, and that starts off spring, okay? So our spring equinox will be on Wednesday. Now, our moon today is in the sign of Aries, okay? So this is interesting because what we have is a little bit of energy clash today. We've got fire and water, and those two don't always mix. But in this case today, it actually is going to be a good combination because it's stirring feelings of love. That's right. We've got our sun square Mars, and we've got our moon conjunct Venus, and we've got Mercury conjunct Venus and Mars trine Uranus. What all this boils down to is there's going to be kind of some romantic attraction and some sexual tension today. And so it's definitely, today is the love day. Of all the days of the week, this is the day you can focus on romance. Go out, be flirtatious, have some fun, and enjoy yourself, okay? Now, interestingly, our sun all week long is square Mars. This is a long transit. It's lasting all week. And what that means is this week you want to be a little more careful with your words. Be attentive that people may be a little more sensitive than normal. That Martian influence sometimes fires people up, and that can be in a good way or a bad way. So you always want to be careful, particularly this week with your words, okay? Going into Tuesday on the 20th, our moon is moving over into Taurus. That'll bring a greater sense of balance throughout the day. Our moon is trine Mars and Uranus is trine Mars. What this means is there is a lot of inspiration this day, a lot of breakthrough power. And this is on Tuesday. You want to follow your inspiration. Trust that inner insight and go for it, okay? Excellent day for business opportunities and any new ventures that you want to start, okay? Going into Wednesday, that energy picks up. We've got our spring equinox. Our sun on Wednesday moves into Aries, which is a fire sign. That's going to give everybody a boost of energy, okay? Now, we do have some challenging aspects. That day, our moon is in Taurus, Mercury is square Pluto, and Venus is square Pluto. What that means is that Taurus energy gets you kind of in an earthy mode. It kind of grounds down your energy a little bit, so you won't be overstimulated. However, with that Mercury square Pluto and Venus square Pluto, it may be hard to get people to focus on long-term goals. So on Wednesday, all of your discussions focus on the immediate, focus on now. Let the long-term slip, slide for now. Really just be focused on the immediate. That Taurus energy will help bring some balance to the day. And with that Aries sun energy, it's a powerful day. Spring equinox, all things come into balance, okay? Moving into Thursday, we've got our sun square Mars. Our Venus is square Pluto, and Mercury is square Pluto. This is another day you've got to be cautious. Limit your words. If you can take a personal day, I would recommend Thursday as a retreat day, a day to get away from everything, because all of these transits mean that it may be a little challenging to interact with people and have success in that. So better to keep alone, keep to yourself on Thursday, okay? Now, when we go into Friday, again, there's going to be a shift. Our moon is moving over into Gemini, which brings in all that air energy. That's going to make people want to communicate. However, there's going to be a lot of talk, but not a lot of action because our moon is square Neptune, which means people are going to feel disconnected a little bit from their inner self. So they're chattering, but they're not necessarily connected to what they're saying. Mercury is square Pluto, which means it's going to be hard to get people to sit down and focus on a long-term path towards moving forward. So Friday is going to be one of these days. It's going to be a great social day just for fun, but in terms of business, maybe a little challenging to get people on the same page, okay? And when we go into Saturday, I have to tell you now, we're starting off this week with a lot of romance. Today is the love day. Monday, as I've said, this is your date day, your flirtation day, your fun day. Saturday is probably the most challenging date night I've seen in a while. A lot of people go on dates on Saturday. I would advise you guys, don't try to arrange a date on Saturday. You might want to postpone that a few days because we've got our Sun square Mars. That transit is still there, making people a little touchy in a negative way. Mercury is square Pluto, which means communication is going to be challenged, and Venus is square Pluto, meaning it's going to be hard to fill in rapport with people and have a sense of the future moving forward. So Saturday is not the best day. Again, this might be a Netflix and chill night, and don't bring your date over into Netflix. Even that won't go well. So stay alone, watch your house. Stay at your house, watch movies. That's my best advice for Saturday. When we go to Sunday, interestingly, our moon is moving over to Cancer. That brings out that psychic sense, that intuitive side. However, our sun is square Saturn that day. And that means everything might slow down. It means pay attention to inner wisdom. Our moon is in opposition to Saturn. And what that means is if you were on Saturn, you'd see the moon, our moon in full. It'd be a full moon on Saturn, okay? But the moon in opposition to Saturn means highlights the inner voice, okay? Our moon trine is going to be trine Neptune, which again highlights that psychic energy. And Venus is conjunct Uranus, which means some breakthrough energy. However, this kind of pull of power means everything needs to slow down and look within for the answers. You may find that you're a little challenged in outer world communication on Sunday, but rather than seeking knowledge from without, turn it all within and you'll have that insight and that breakthrough, okay? Venus conjunct Uranus really gets to the heart of the matter. So you'll have good resolution for anything that's outstanding this week by Sunday, provided that you go with it, okay? So there's a little psychic snapshot overview of what we can look for this week in horoscopes, or in the stars. Now, we're going to spin around our zodiac wheel, and we're going to go through horoscopes for all 12 zodiac signs. So if you don't know what your sign is, listen up, because I'll give the birth date range after I announce each sign. So when you hear the sign that has where your birthday range falls in, that's your sign. Okay, now for those of you who are cusps, because I always get this, they said, well, Bob, in one horoscope, another astrologer said I was this sign, and yours I'm that. There are kind of two charts for the zodiacs, depending on when they're cast. Sometimes things switch by a day or so. And so I say in that case, when you're a cusp, listen to both signs, because you actually are a little bit of each. So you get two horoscopes. All right. We're going to start here with Aries. And Aries is March 21st to April 20th. You know, Aries, this week you want to be all about the moment. You want to be all about your timing. You want to be all about now. This is not a week for Aries to lay back and be slack. Really push on projects this week. You'll find that you get things moving very quickly. You may again be challenged because of a lot of transits this week for long-term success and getting people to understand your longer vision, but focus on the now, and you're going to rock it, okay? Also highlighted for Aries this week are issues connected to purchase of property, like purchase of housing or purchase of land. So it's a good week to kind of focus on, taking care of your financial house and buying some things that will help you, okay? And Aries are going to find, particularly also this week in romance, try to keep your partner or potential partner focused on the moment. They might be wanting to talk about the future, but try to bring them back to the present. That's where the power is, okay? Your key word this week, Aries, is now. All right, our next sign, Taurus, April 21st to May 20th. Taurus, you are in excited mode this week. You're feeling it. You're in touch with people's energy. You're in touch with your sense of timing. You got it going on. Particularly in the work area this week, Taurus, feel free to break out of routines, do your own thing, and walk your own path, and you're going to really shine. Same thing in relationships, Taurus. You're going to be feeling inspired. You're going to really connect to people. So this is a good week to, pursue that special someone you got your eye on, okay? Tauruses are going to find that this week that people are seeking them out for guidance and wisdom. You are the voice of inspiration. Let people know that they can count on you and you're part of their world, okay? Also highlighted for Tauruses this week are issues connected to psychic development. So as you got that power flowing, you might want to learn how to tune it in, take a psychic development class. Your keyword this week, Taurus, is inspiration. All right. Our next sign, Gemini, May 21st to June 20th. You know, Geminis, this week you've got the command of your voice. You have communication power in the max. This means you have a lot of influence. People are listening to you right now. So definitely in the work area, step up your game, share your thoughts, share your ideas. And you're going to find also that you're leading your teammates, your fellow workers. You're going to be in a leadership role this week. In the area of relationships as well, excellent week. You're going to have a lot of social activity. I see a lot of parties here around Geminis and a lot of flirtations. So if you've got your eye on somebody, and even if it goes a little slow, just keep the conversation going. You'll win them over ultimately. Also highlighted for Geminis this week are issues connected to studies of astrology, particularly astrology. So you might want to explore looking into the Zodiac, casting horoscopes. Your keyword this week, Gemini, is communicate. All right, our next sign, Cancer, June 21st to July 22nd. You know, Cancers, everybody around you is a little hyped up this week. You're going to find that those Martian influences make people around you be a little crazy, and you're going to be feeling it a little more intensely. So this week, particularly in the work, you want to practice grounding and shielding. Don't take on everybody's energy this week. And you know, you can give yourself a break, Cancer. Step back, maybe take a personal day or two, and don't overwhelm yourself this week. Cancers will do really well just to keep things kind of chill. Not the best week, Cancer, for relationships for you either, because you're going to find that it's hard to get people to be focused as well. So this is going to be a week where Cancer wants to focus on their own projects, their own goals, let everybody else do their thing, stay out of their way, and keep to yourself. And you'll get through the week just fine, okay? Also highlighted for Cancers this week are issues connected to long-term banking or investments. So good time to review your retirement strategy, your 401k, and get that in order. Your key word this week, Cancer, is slow. Take things slow. All right. Our next sign, Leo, July 23rd to August 22nd. You know, Leos, this week you're in psychic mode. Leos are feeling the power of the spirit, and they're just in their sense of timing as well. You know, you have a lot in common with Aries this week because both of you are really feeling the fire energy of that Aries sun coming in. And, you know, Leos, this week you want to let the spirit lead. This week, Leo, you're going to find, particularly in work, that logic does not apply so much as intuition. So trust your gut, go with your instincts, and let the spirit lead you. In relationships also, Leo, you're going to be like, you know, kind of Don Juan, because you're going to have the right word at the right time for the right person. So this is a good week for getting out, mixing, mingling, and making social connections, particularly for love. Also highlighted for Leos this week are issues connected to travel. So if you've been wanting to jump on a plane and go around the world, let the spirit lead you. Your key word this week, Leo, is channel. All right. Our next sign, Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd. You know, Virgos, you're sharing a lot with the Leos in that your psychic senses are really heightened this week. The challenge for Virgos, particularly in the work area, though, is to get anybody to listen to you. People around Virgos also are going to be a little scattered this week. So what you want to do is bring calm to your meetings, particularly in business. Think about going in and setting intention before you have business meeting. Like if you've got to go to a business conference, try to get there early and just set the intention that the room will be open to what you want to share. This way you're using your psychic gifts to improve the situation. And that's going to hold through all week for Virgos. In the area of relationships, before you speak to your partner this week or potential partner, practice the conversation in your mind, set the intent, and then meet with them, and you'll find that the conversations go much smoother for you guys, okay? Also highlighted for Virgos this week are issues connected to creative writing. So good time to try your hand at writing a book or poem or a song. Your key word this week, Virgo, is attune. attuned to the energy around you and attuned to your higher self. Our next sign, Libra. Libra, September 23rd to October 22nd. You know, Libras, this week might be just a hair challenging for you. Everybody wants your time. Everybody wants your attention. This means that you're actually wildly successful. Okay, but for you, there's going to be kind of a balancing act that you do this week. Be patient with people around you. Be patient with yourself. Take the eagerness and the demands of those around you as a sign that they really value you and they can't wait to have you be part of their world, okay? In the area of relationships, also same thing. Everybody wants you present. You're going to have a lot of invitations for social activities, but between work and social life, you may feel a little pulled this week. Slow everything down, take a deep breath, and set your own schedule. The secret to this week is don't let everybody else's schedule dictate you. Be on your own schedule, and you'll be just fine. Also highlighted for Libras this week are issues connected to computer development. So if you've been wanting to kind of build your own computer or explore technology, good week for that. Your key word this week, Libra, is patience. All right. Our next sign, Scorpio, October 23rd to November 21st. You know, Scorpios, you've got it going on in the love department this week. You are Romeo and Juliet on steroids. I mean that in a good way. But you're going to find it's interesting because when you're trying to be all focused on work this week, you're going to find people in the office flirting with you. And you're thinking, oh, I feel like flirt. Let me allow flirtation. Keep it in line so you don't, offend anybody. But this is definitely a love week for Scorpios. And, this love seems to go from work to home and home to work. So it's kind of like you might find that, particularly for those of you who are single, that you end up dating a coworker this week. That's okay. Go with it, Your energy is such that you're in a good place to have good rapport with everybody, okay? Scorpios will find that this week, keeping things focused on lightheartedness really is the key to moving through this week without challenges. And, remember that Sun square Mars energy, so be careful in your flirtation that you don't go overboard. Also highlighted for Scorpios this week are issues connected to home renovation. So if you've been wanting to update your house, change your carpet, put in new drapes or furniture, look into that. Paint the walls. Go for it. Your key word this week, Scorpio, is flirt. All right, our next sign is Sagittarius, and that's November 22nd to December 21st. You know, Sagittarius, everybody around you this week's going to be a little high-strung. That Sun square of the Mars is putting a lot of people on edge. Luckily, your sign handles it better than most because you have a very philosophical approach. And so this week, you want to think about being kind of the peacekeeper and the bringer of calm to all the situations around you. People are going to look to Sagittarius this week as kind of the leaders of how do we deal with drama. And so as a Sagittarius, you just go in, take control of situations, and set things right. People will let you step into that role, even if you don't traditionally have that this week. In the work area, you really get to show your level-headedness and your clarity of thought and insight. So a good week, particularly in work. In relationships, maybe a little challenging because that hyperactive energy may make it difficult for you to be in harmony in a romantic way this week. So that may have to kind of rest a while because you're going to have enough fires to put out with the work situation, okay? But that being said, you want to just float through the week, keep your center, keep your meditation, and you'll be an example to many people. Your key word this week, Sagittarius, is relax. Just relax. Okay. Our next sign, Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. Capricorns, for you guys, this is a power week. You're all about expansion in work, expansion in social life. It's very much a time of growth and new opportunity for you. Capricorns, the thing that you want to avoid is sitting on the sidelines this week. You may feel like, gee, do I have the energy to jump into the drama? But actually, you'll find that if you jump in, your sense of timing leads you on to success, particularly in the work area. So it's a good week for Capricorns to have breakthroughs in projects they've been working on. And also, it's a good week for love as well, because your energy to bring others into your life is expanding now. And so this means romance and friendship are very highlighted for Capricorns this week. So Capricorns, this is not a week to chillax and just, sit back in a hammock. No, you're going to be out and about, seeing and being seen. Go with that energy, okay? Also highlighted for Capricorns this week are issues connected to art appreciation particularly. So it's a good time to maybe go to a concert or go to a museum, okay? Indulge in some artistic inspiration. Your key word this week, Capricorn, is growth. All right, our next sign, Aquarius, January 20th to February 18th. Aquarians, I'm telling you, how I was singing that song at the beginning? Well, Aquarians are going to be just singing and dancing all week. This is the party week for Aquarians. You're just going to be invited to a lot of events. Everybody wants to spend time with you. And you're going to have a little bit of problem like the Libras in that you're going to feel like, how do I make all the rounds? You're going to be a little pulled. In work, try to keep it light. Have fun this week. You'll actually accomplish more by goofing off than like trying to be all serious. Strange as that sounds, go to lunch every day. Don't work through lunch and go to cocktail hour. And you're going to find you got more work done this week by goofing off than you did by working. In terms of personal life romance, this is the week where you're just going to draw people like flies to honey. So enjoy the glamour of the fun of, you Aquarians, you get to be movie stars this week. So have fun with that. Also highlighted for Aquarius this week are issues connected to mystical studies. So if you're exploring the occult, magic, Wicca, astrology, all of that, good week for you for that. Your key word this week, Aquarius, is socialize. Get out there, see and be seen. All right. Our last but not least sign is Pisces, and that's February 19th to March 20th. Pisces, you really want to be present for people. You're a little bit like the Aquarians this week in that everybody's coming to you for help. And for Aquarians, they're coming for them to party with them. But for you, they're actually coming for deep soul help. So you're going to be kind of the guidance counselor to the world this week. And Pisces, don't let that overwhelm you. It's a role that you'll find that you do very well. And in the work area, your ability to be trusted will be highlighted and demonstrated through your ability to be present for people, okay? Everybody's going to have their drama and want to ask your help. Give them that love and support because it always comes back around. In the area of romance, Pisces, you're going to also find that you get further in your relationships by just being quiet and let your partner express themselves. This is not a week necessarily, at least in the personal relationship side, to try to get your goal accomplished. It's a week to let them have nurturing and love and healing, okay? And you'll find that by being present and listening, that you are opening doors of communication that are so wonderful and profound, okay? So definitely be present. And, as I said, you're the counselor to the whole Zodiac this week. Also highlighted for Pisces here are issues connected to particularly music, like learning to play instruments. And if you've never done music before, this week you may find that you're drawn to music. So be open to exploring music appreciation, as well as physically playing instruments. Okay. Your key word this week, Pisces, is listen. Just listen. Be present. Oh my gosh, guys, can you believe it? We spun around the big Zodiac wheel. I am so glad you're here. Listen, I have to tell you, if you're having a challenging day, okay, we all have those days, don't give in to fear and anxiety. Just pause and look to the stars and know that above us, the wheel of the Zodiac is spinning, and each day brings new blessings, new opportunity, and new power for fresh starts. So keep faith, hope, and love in your heart, and let the stars guide you and be your friends and allies on the journey. I am so glad you guys are here. By the way, real quick reminder, tomorrow on Tuesday, I'm going to be appearing live in Maryland at the Fillmore with WRQX FM radio. And if you want to come out and see me, tickets are $10. I'll be doing readings for free that night, as well as meet and greet, signing autographs, doing pictures. So definitely come out and see me. I'd love to have you there. And if you can't be there, you can listen on the radio. And I'll put the links below because WRQX is now broadcasting via internet. And so you can hear the broadcast. I'm going to be interviewed throughout the night on the station. And, you know, as I'm doing readings, they're going to stop in and watch me and talk to me. So definitely come out and see me, okay? Links below for all that information, but I hope you'll be here. And be there or be here. You guys are best. I love you. Thanks for being here. We'll see you back here tomorrow. And until then, may you always blessed